Hi guys, it's week number 78 and this topic is from Steffi. Hi sweetheart. How did you approach your doctor and other healthcare professionals? Were they helpful? How would you approach them differently now? Well, many of you guys know that I got a lot of my hormones when I first started from the black market because it was the 70s and transgender people were considered basically insane, and it was actually illegal to yeah, in Australia it was there was parts of it that was actually illegal, that if you were actually wearing women's underwear, if you weren't passable and they stopped you, they checked your underwear and you weren't wearing women's underwear, you could get arrested. So I didn't approach anyone. I just went straight to the black market, to the red light district in Sydney in Australia, and found my hormones there. And later on I moved on to New Zealand, lived there for 6 years, and I found a doctor, but he insisted that pretty much that I was insane. He reluctantly gave me medication, but insisted I go and see a therapist, and the therapist didn't know anything about transgender people, and she basically wanted to put me in an institution. So I left that doctor very quickly. There was another doctor I approached, and he was a direct sort of thing from another transgendered girl. Said, you know, go and see this doctor, he's fine. He gave me a brochure on homosexuals and kicked me out of his office. I didn't pay for that visit. I just walked out. So, how would I do it differently now? I don't know. You just walk into any old doctor pretty much, and you can say, I'm transgendered, I need hormones, blah blah blah. They might look weird at you, but I could walk into any doctor now and say, I want Zuminin 0.2 blah 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 blah, and they would just give it to me. You know, because there's so many transgender people around, and the doctors these days who don't know much about transgender people kind of consider that the transgender people do, so they kind of just write you out scripts. As time went past, I got back to Sydney. I found some healthcare workers, and yeah, they were a lot better. And unlike New Zealand, they didn't think I was insane and want to put me into a mental institution. But how would you approach them differently now? What I would do is I wouldn't have approached any old doctor on any old corner. I did know a couple of transsexuals, and I would have went to them first, said, who's your doctor? And have them recommend one, even though one did recommend one and still threw me out, and go to them and approach. How would I approach them? I don't know, just the same way as I did in the first place. Explain the situation and you know, just hope for the best. So but were they helpful? No, not at all. Not until I'd self-medicated myself for about 5 or 6 years, and then I started to find some real doctors who actually knew what they were doing and could help, and an endocrinologist. I didn't find an endocrinologist until like 10 years ago. So and I've been transitioned for 33 years. So yeah, it was very, very different for me. But I've kind of been over this 1,000 times, blah 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 blah. Okay guys, take care, and I shall see you next Tuesday. Okay, bye.